Angel Reese is a champion in the unrivaled that virtually no one watched. People immediately took to social media and Twitter and started posting, look at what Angel Reese has accomplished. She has a national championship at LSU. She was the rebounding queen of the WNBA. Now she has a championship in the unrivaled, and she's Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, what an accomplishment.
Angel Reese is facing major criticism, and this time Jason Whitlock isn't letting it slide. The media has been hyping up her championship win as if she was the star of the show. However, there's one big issue. She didn't even play in the playoffs.
Angel Reese, 3-on-3. Let's go! Hey, we back like we never left. Angel Reese in the post. Gonna work number 5. Shake and bake. Earthquake. Bang! Hey, Angel, you had all off season to get in the lab, fix your lamps, but what did you do? More podcasting. Layup, mashed potatoes. Bang!
While her team was out on the court working hard and earning that title, Angel Reese was nowhere to be found. That hasn't stopped certain media outlets from acting like she was the heart and soul of the team. Spoiler alert, she wasn't even in the building.
Angel Reese beating her shit. What y'all gonna say now? Now that I have this unrivaled championship that I didn't even think to attend. She went to LeBron James's youngest son's high school state championship game. If this championship mattered, she would show up. She could afford it.
I had no idea that Angel Reese didn't even bother to show up. Did not show up to support her teammates. It was that unimportant, but yet took a victory lap that you won a championship? You got to be joking.
Have to ask, should this really be considered a career-defining moment, or is it just another example of the media turning fiction into fact when it comes to Angel Reese? Let's break it down.
We're going to leave the hop, skippity do 3000 in 2024. Jumping off one foot, landing on that same foot. Then we're stat padding. Still, I thought we were past this, Angel. Bang! Rebounder in WNBA history. Look at this. Elite rebound. Look at that vertical. Look at the outlet pass. No, Angel. No. Why, Angel? Why? Not the kick out 3. Butter pecan. Bang! If you throw it out of bounds, you hate puppies. What? She a playmaker. She's a point queen. Point queen. She making plays for the other team. Bang! Caitlin Clark's not the only one that can make cool passes. I can do it. Me too.
The Unrivaled League was promoted as an innovative, game-changing twist on women's basketball, a breath of fresh air for the sport.
Angel Reese was a member of the Rose. They won the inaugural unrivaled championship last night.
I guess if you want to take a victory lap on that, you can. I just don't know if it means anything.
But let's be honest, almost nobody cared. This wasn't real 5-on-5 competition. It was 3-on-3 basketball, a format that even die-hard fans barely follow. And yet, somehow, this glorified summer league was treated like a WNBA finals rematch. How
important this championship was to Angel Reese. Angel Reese didn't even attend the game. She was not in the building last night.
The Rose faced off against Vinyl in what was supposed to be the big finale. The only problem? No one really noticed. Unlike real leagues that attract millions of viewers, this one flew under the radar, despite ESPN's half-hearted attempts to make it seem important.
All of that was more important than being at the location, being with her teammates.
Why is it just women's basketball where we see athletes acting like this?
And the only reason anyone is even talking about it now, you guessed it, Angel Reese. The bizarre twist? She didn't even play in the last 2 playoff games, including the championship. Instead of grinding it out with her teammates, she was elsewhere, FaceTiming into the celebration like she had just dropped 40 in the finals. It's classic Angel, more hype than substance, more selfies than stats. And yet, she still finds a way to put herself in the spotlight, whether she's earned it or not.
Her team achieved this remarkable accomplishment. Angel Reese was so thrilled, she FaceTimed in press conference and celebration. That's how big this unrivaled championship was.
Angel Reese truly believed this was a major milestone in her career. You'd think she would have actually shown up and played. Can you imagine the headlines if Caitlin Clark skipped a championship game and still expected praise? Or if Aja Wilson or Brianna Stewart did the same? Of course not, because serious players don't pull that move. Yet somehow Angel Reese thought FaceTiming into the post-game celebration counted as participation.
ESPN covered this championship. Chelsea Gray scored 30-some-odd points last night in the championship game. This championship that Angel Reese has added to her trophy case that she didn't even play in the last 2 games.
The moment criticism started rolling in, social media jumped to her defense like a full-court press. Her fans flooded timelines with tweets calling her a champion, stacking this glorified scrimmage win next to her LSU title and WNBA rebounding stats, like they're all on the same level. Spoiler alert, they're not. One of these things is not like the others.
Oh, it's Angel Reese! Left alone! Bang! My money, and I want it now! Quarter 3 ball! Butter pecan! Burn!
Y'all gonna disrespect me and not guard me? Well, hand down, man down.
McDonald's handing out brand deals for this kind of bag work. I'll take a lot less. Help a brother out. Bang!
Really only need 3,997 more threes to catch Steph.
Bang!
This entire situation is the definition of manufactured hype. If this championship actually mattered, Reese wouldn't have missed the last 2 games, especially the final. Champions show up when it counts. Sitting at home and FaceTiming into a celebration doesn't exactly scream team leader. Truth is, the media has been working overtime to mold Angel Reese into the next face of women's basketball. Facts and logic be damned. But this so-called accomplishment, it's more illusion than impact.
Thought so much of this championship that she was like, I don't want to diminish the greatness of this championship by attending the game and rooting on my teammates. So I'll FaceTime in. No one wanted a 3-on-3 full-court women's basketball league, and no one paid attention to this. Let's put together a social media campaign and let's pretend like Angel Reese just accomplished something important.
This isn't the first time we've seen the media bend over backward to elevate Angel Reese. The unrivaled league championship is just the latest example of this ongoing narrative spin. The league itself didn't exactly set the sports world on fire, yet ESPN and others treated it like a WNBA finals moment, conveniently glossing over the fact that Reese didn't even play in the games that actually decided the title.
We're going to build up this narrative that Angel Reese is one of the great athletes of our lifetime. She's right there with Steph Curry, and she's right there with LeBron James. She's right there with Kevin Durant. She's got a championship at LSU, and now she has a championship in the unrivaled league.
Let that sink in. We're handing out accolades to a player who wasn't even on the court for the most important games. In any other sport, skipping the championship means you don't get the spotlight. But for Angel Reese, she's the exception. Apparently, it's as if the rules of competition don't apply when you have the right media machine backing you. And let's be honest, this wasn't some best of the best showcase. The tournament lacked star power. No Caitlin Clark, no Asia Wilson, no Kelsey Plum. Even Sabrina Ionescu, who was originally linked to the event, bailed early. That alone should tell you everything you need to know. The real stars didn't even bother.
Go rush to social media and pretend that you care more about the unrivaled league than Angel Reese does.
Yet somehow, Angel Reese is at the center of one of the most awkward championship moments in recent memory. She missed the final 2. Games, didn't touch the ball, didn't step on the court, yet still carried herself like she had just pulled off the basketball equivalent of winning the Super Bowl. It's baffling, and frankly, a little embarrassing.
Tell me why I love her odds. Look at her defenders. They moonwalk backwards. She's always going to be open. Bang! If only the IRS left me alone like Angel's defenders leave her alone. Tax evasion! Bang! Her new nickname is 7-Eleven because she's open 24/7, baby. Bang! Shout out to my Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham. This is for you. Bang!
The real question is, should this even be considered a real title? Or is it just another case of the media doing backflips to keep the Reese hype train rolling? Spoiler alert, it's the latter. This isn't just about optics, it's about what actually happened. And what happened is that Angel Reese was a spectator, not a star. Of course, Twitter didn't get that memo. Her die-hard fans rushed to add this championship to her resume, listing it alongside her LSU glory days like it belonged in the Hall of Fame. But that's just not reality. A real competitor would have been on the court, battling alongside her teammates, not celebrating via smartphone. If this were Caitlin Clark, the media would be questioning why she wasn't there. But for Reese, different rules apparently. At the end of the day, this isn't about tearing her down. It's about setting the record straight. You don't get to cash in on clout you didn't earn. And if you're going to call yourself a champion, you better be on the court when it counts, not on FaceTime.
I don't understand how the WNBA won't have enough money to pay her. I mean, max contract. We're talking about Curry land. We're talking about LeBron. I mean, she brings all the eyeballs. She's so skilled. She does everything perfectly. I mean, she can dunk too. Look at that. Bang! Netflix, listen to me. If the WNBA won't pay her, you better. Comedy special, man. She's hilarious. Who else can do the hop, skippity, drop, step, bang better than her? Bang! Bang!
You know what's actually hilarious about this whole situation? The rows looked smoother and more in sync without Angel Reese. Yeah, let that sink in. During the championship game, Chelsea Gray turned into a one-woman highlight reel, dominating on both ends of the court. Fans online even started pointing out how the team seemed to click better once Reese wasn't clogging up the lineup. That's the awkward little detail the media conveniently skips over. Rather than admit her absence might have actually been a blessing in disguise, the sports coverage machine keeps pushing the fairy tale that Angel was somehow the glue holding it all together.
This championship game was so unimportant. She's like, nah, I'm good. I'll watch from home. I'll watch this stream from home, and I'll FaceTime in if we win.
This league has got to figure out a way to honor Angel Reese in all this. That's right.
And just when you think the narrative couldn't get any more ridiculous, Reese jumps right into the spotlight herself. After the game, she fired off a cryptic tweet. What y'all gonna say now? As if she had just dropped a triple-double in the finals. But what exactly are we supposed to say? Congrats for watching your team win on FaceTime, for cheering. Them on from the couch. Since when did virtual attendance become championship worthy?
Have to sit through the fake importance of double-doubles all over again? Question mark? Oh, nobody gets hollow double-doubles like your girl, Angel Reese.
This moment perfectly highlights the bizarre way Angel Reese is being packaged to the public. It's like we're watching a career being curated in real time, not earned on the court, but crafted through tweets, interviews, and media narratives. Instead of letting her actual game do the talking, we get a constant stream of PR spin, inflating every moment of her career into some legacy-defining feat. But if Reese truly wants to be remembered as one of the greats, she's going to have to do more than ride the coattails of her teammates or fire off cryptic tweets.
There's 16 players with a higher point per average than Reese. She led the league in rebounds per game and personal fouls per game. Her points numbers won't translate to the W very well because free throws only count for 1 point.
Now here's the real issue. How long can this media illusion keep going? Eventually, the scoreboard and the box scores start to matter more than the headlines. At some point, people are going to realize that the superstar label doesn't match what's actually happening on the court. And let's be real, this latest championship is just more proof that the hype isn't lining up with reality. Sure, 12 rebounds per game looks good on paper, but how many of those were just her own missed putbacks? Now contrast that with how actual legends are treated. When LeBron James or Steph Curry wins a title, it's because they led their teams. They hit the big shots. They willed their squads to victory. Even in the WNBA, Breanna Stewart isn't celebrated just for showing up. She's celebrated because she dominates when it counts. Now imagine any of those players missing a title game, and still being paraded around like they earned the trophy. It'd be absurd, right? Which brings us back to Caitlin Clark. Every game she plays is analyzed like a national event. Every assist, every turnover, every point is dissected. If Clark ever missed a championship game, people would be asking tough questions, not handing her the trophy anyway. Same.
12 rebounds per game, how many of which were her own missed putback?
You want to grow the game? All right, grow the game. All I'm saying is if you want to play in the big leagues, if you want to be somebody that transcends the game, you got to have a personality. I will give Angel Reese this. She has a personality. It's ignorance. It's stupid. I mean, it's really stupid.